Okay. I'm standing here with Joe from New Hampshire, and Joe, I just want to give you a chance to rant about anything you're angry about right now.
Okay, well, I guess what I'm angry about the most is that it seems like the natural order of things should be that if you go out and you work hard and you put a lot of effort into something, and you're diligent and all that, the way things should be is that you should be able to reap the rewards of your efforts. You should be able to make a good life for yourself and comfortable for you and your family. But it seems like the way the system is now, though, is you can put a lot of effort into stuff, and people come along and for various reasons and screw things up on you, and the next thing you know, you're not getting, you're not enjoying the results of all your efforts. At the same time, there seems to be a lot of people around who basically don't put a lot of real productive effort into anything, but yet, monetarily at least, they all seem to make out. I mean, I look at the natural world. The squirrel that goes out and tries to gather up all the nuts and everything gets to eat the nuts and enjoy the rewards from its work. And you don't have this situation. We have all these other squirrels that don't do any work, that are sitting around, sort of living off the squirrel that actually went out and gathered the nuts. It seems like that you should require it of yourself to go out and produce, and then enjoy the results of your own production, and everybody should be like that. And instead, what it seems like is there's all these people that are just trying to live off the ones that produce, and that's why the system is really beginning to falter and get close to collapse, because you get too many people sitting around just thinking they can absorb everything and use up everything, and then you have all the other the number of people that are actually producing things is getting smaller, and the ones that are producing things can't even produce enough to keep themselves going, because a lot of that gets skimmed off and gets to other people that aren't doing anything. It's just not, to my mind, it's not a recipe for any kind of success in a society. It's more of a recipe for disaster.
Do you have a suggested solution for this problem?
I think it relies on the individual themselves. I mean, I'm in a particular situation. For example, I could go on government disability, food stamps, a lot of different things, but I refuse to do all that because I just have realized that you can't. Everybody can't live off the system. Everybody can't live off of somebody else. You got to take it upon yourself to realize, you know what? If I want to have something for myself and my family, I have to produce it directly. I have to produce within the bounds of what I produce. What I produce for myself, I have to produce things realistically, real things, and then only enjoy the fruits of my own labor.
Well, in some cases, people are not allowed to produce. In many cases, many things are not lawful to produce.
Now,
unless you have permission.
Now you're talking about the permission aspect of things, where you got to go around and get permission. That's because there are a lot of people out there that are not productive, that basically want a slice of what you're producing. So they put all these roadblocks in the way that you have to hop over to produce. But what they don't realize is what eventually happens is you wind up with too few producers producing too few things. There's not enough for everybody, and everybody suffers. You can't get through life by going around and stealing things from everybody else. You gotta learn to produce it yourself. You also need to train yourself to even look in a situation and say, you know what, I could take advantage of this, and I could take something that doesn't belong to me. I could take things that I didn't produce, but I'm not going to do it. I'm only going to limit myself directly to what I produce and what I feel that I'm therefore justified to take.
All right, Joe, thanks so much for your time.
No problem.